in your mind, for you and for I'm trying to decide when I look in your eyes, yeah. I mean besides, but you
Boom! Here we are again, ladies and gentlemen. Another episode of Inside the RV. This is episode 24. You're listening to Inside the RV. This is a podcast about entrepreneurship, work ethic, self-development, and becoming the best version of yourself. Thank you for joining us, listeners. 24 episodes in. Wow. It's the holiday season. Oh man, I'm pretty stoked, bro. It's cool. 24 weeks.
I can't believe it's been 24 weeks.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's insane. We were talking about doing this for probably a good month or two, and then we did it. Now here we are, man, 24 weeks.
I think we were pretty quick on it.
Yeah.
You had the idea, and it was just like, this sounds perfect.
Hey, we just executed.
Exactly.
And now Uncle Mo is on our side.
Yeah.
All of our listeners have Uncle Mo within them now.
Love it. Uncle Mo's a mutual friend for everybody.
Yeah, a mutual uncle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, episode 24, Inside the RV, you're joined by your two lovely hosts. I'm Jacob Moore.
And I'm Ryan Ramirez.
And together...
A.K.A. Double R.
A.K.A. Double R.
Sorry.
A.K.A. Two Bearded Men.
Yes.
Together, we are an artist and artist-manager duo looking to take over the music industry and be successful and come up as an independent team. Mm-hmm. And we do a lot of, most of what we do out of this RV.
Definitely.
And through this Mac that you see on the video. Yep. Watch this on YouTube if you haven't. Today, I want to talk about something that I think our team is pretty good at doing because we were forced to. Yeah. I think you and I realized that we wouldn't be successful if we didn't adopt this mindset because we have been hit with so many issues and roadblocks right in the middle of projects. Oh,
a lot of lack ofs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, lack of a resource or a person or whatever. Yeah. Guys, I want to tell you something. If you're going to be successful in something, you need to be solutions-oriented, okay? Solutions-oriented. That means that you go out and you find a solution to things. When you're in a predicament, you look at what's around you, you take the information and the data that's around you, and you provide a solution. Here's where most people get stuck. Most people get stuck, and I know this because all throughout college and my professional career and all this stuff and all the teams I've worked on, you got people who are solutions-oriented and people who aren't.
Yep.
It's pretty damn black and white because you either provide and or contribute to the solution or you don't. And here's where most people stop and don't allow themselves to become solutions-oriented. People sit and they dwell on everything that's going wrong. Okay, now identifying what's going wrong in a situation is part of providing a solution, right? You have to assess what is going on and make an informed decision based on the current data or information that's available to you. Mm-hmm. But what a lot of people do is they sit there and they go, oh, God, X happened and Y happened and there's this and that and it happened because of this. Oh, yeah. And then fucking Joe Schmo next you go, oh, yeah, it happened because of this because fucking, Joe Schmo's cousin didn't do this and didn't do that, whatever. And people sit there and they dwell on the things that that caused the hardship, caused the issue, caused the roadblock, and they dwell on it so much that they aren't able to sit there and find a solution to it. Okay, part of providing a solution, like I said, is being able to take all of the components, all the things that went bad, that went good, and being able to take that next step. Mm-hmm. If you aren't able to take everything that goes wrong and use that to push you into a positive direction to find a solution to your problem, you're going to fail. Mm-hmm. Okay, you're going to fail. Number one, you're going to fail personally because when things are all on you, you're not going to be able to have the skill inside of yourself to be able to assess the situation and find a solution. So that's when you're by yourself. And when you're working with a team, you're going to be the guy on the team that isn't helping anyone get to the next step. It's like, okay, you're hiking. There's a big log in front of you. We need to figure out how to step over this. Are you going to be the guy that says, oh my God, we should have taken the other path. I knew there were a lot of twigs. The rain started coming down. I don't give a shit, dude. I'm trying to get over the log now. Yeah. Okay? So that's something that's really important to me, and I'm sure you too, Ryan, because we run into a lot of roadblocks specifically when we film music videos.
Yes.
Talk about that.
Well, going off what you're saying, I think the key word to the whole solutions thing is just the word adjust.
Yeah.
I think that's all it is. I think that no matter who you are, what your circumstances, who your team is, etc., you're always going to be hit the path is never going to be perfect. There's
100%.
always going to be detours, always going to be other things that come in that you didn't expect. A lot of things that were unknown that came at you. But the key word is adjust. All you got to do is adjust. Just keep that end result in mind and just adjust accordingly. I'll never forget, speaking of music videos, that one time we went on that one music video shoot with Nate James.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of Nate James, again,
That's the man.
the
That's
seventh
Nathan
time
James.
this whole thing. That's how you know he really left an impact in our lives. But basically, we went on a music video shoot with him. He was directing it. I think the artist was that dude Rax.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I just like things were not going right. These people were late. The girl showed up late, etc. Nothing was going right, like as far as according to plan.
Mm-hmm.
But I noticed he just kept moving and like he was like adjust. All we got to do is like okay. They're not going to be here for an hour. Let's shoot these scenes first before they come, and like let's move the schedule around. Like it was quick, and so I think the adjusting is very. I feel like once you get in the flow of it, it can get easier because you just know, like you just got to adjust. But in general, it can be tough, especially when a lot of the obstacles are coming at you, and there's just so many unknowns. But
Well, you have to trust in your own decision making. A lot of people freak out when things don't go according to plan. Newsflash: nothing goes according to plan in life. You know, if something goes 50% according to plan, you should go, okay, cool, thumbs up, whatever. Most people aren't able to have that confidence in themselves and in their own decision making, and I think that's why a lot of people freak out when things don't go according to plan. Because let's be honest. If something goes off the rails, most people are going to say, "Okay, shit, we got to get out of this. How are we going to do it?"
Yeah.
People can come up with a million ideas, but people are hard at it. People find difficulty in executing on those ideas. Maybe you're working with a team. You're afraid that you're going to take charge and lead everybody in a new direction, and it's going to fail. Once again, based on what Ryan and Nate said, I cannot tell you guys enough that you have to adjust along the way, and that ties into a concept that we've talked about before, is the concept of controlling. Right? You have to imagine in life, in the scenario, at the music video shoot, whatever it is, that you're driving a car. You have to visualize that, okay? And you've got all your passengers in the back, and you're the one driving the bus. And when you see a big pothole, you have to say, okay, are we going to swerve left or are we going to swerve right? Is there more debris to the left? Is there more debris to the right? Am I going too fast to make this big of a change? Do I have enough gas in the tank to accelerate over the bump after that? You have to be forward thinking like that, because every single decision you make in a new direction immediately unveils an entirely new road. And you're going in a new direction.
And I think you got to make quick decisions too.
Yes.
And make decisions based off your instinct. Like what Tim Grover was saying in the book Relentless, Michael Jordan's coach or trainer. When you let's say you're driving a car behind someone and you're about to rear end someone. And you're coming in close, are you going to act right away and do something about it, or are you just you're gonna think about what you're gonna do? Like you only get a split second to do it. So just like make the decision based on instinct. But I think that's like where people go wrong. Like they start overthinking. Like, oh, yeah, I could do this. Oh, what can I do? Which option? It's like, nah, just make a decision and go. And if it's the wrong decision, it might be better to make the wrong decision quick and learn from it and adjust from there, rather than like be left with all these options and overthinking, and then you don't make any decision, and then shit just piles up even more, you know?
Yeah, I think people freeze up when they have to make that decision because, well, I already spoke about how you could lack confidence in your own decision-making ability, but also you could be so focused on the vision of what you thought the outcome was going to be. Maybe you're so focused, no, the scenes in the music video, they had to be like this. They had to be like this. You have to be okay with understanding that the world is continuously changing second by second, day by day. Halfway through a music video shoot or the night before, you may get a call, and I'm pretty sure that's happened to us. Hey, we can't make it. We're in this, we play a main role in this, and now
the main girl in the video.
Yeah, the main girl in the video. Ryan and I have shot like a bunch of music videos with our team, like you know what I'm saying. And literally at every single shoot, the night before, someone bails out, an actress, or a person doesn't get back to us, or just something.
Yeah.
Or we show up and like one of the batteries dies for some reason, like on one of the cameras, or like someone didn't print
lost
something
footage
out,
or whatever.
Exactly. And so you can't be married to your initial idea in the sense of if something happens that doesn't allow you to achieve that first vision, you have to be okay with telling yourself, well, what is the closest I can get to that with the resources I have now? So let's say that the main girl bails out the night before in your music video, and the vision you've had for weeks, you knew she was going to be in it, you know, you were going to Venmo her and have the model be in the video or whatever, and you imagined it was like this you know, Latina girl with black hair or whatever and hoops, and she's kind of short, and then that morning your friend hits you up and she's like a tall blonde girl who looks nothing like that. Now your vision is kind of changed. You have to be okay with that. You have to take that resource and say, well, what's the closest we can get to the initial vision?
And honestly, like, I'm a big believer that everything happens for a reason, because I think the times where we had to switch some shit up like that, it always ended up working out better that way.
Yeah.
For the most part, that I've realized. Maybe I'm looking at it in a certain perspective, but it's like, it seems like the times where shit went wrong, we had to switch something up and fix from there. It seemed like it was the better option in the first place, and I'm kind of glad that happened. So I don't know if that's like a I'm choosing to look at it that way, but it seems like that's how it is.
I think you're choosing.
Yeah.
He's choosing. Go listen to Ryan's song "Choosing." I want to say that you are choosing to look at it in a positive way.
Okay.
But you have nothing to compare it to.
Okay. You wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know. All you had was the vision in your head, and that's never going to be a tangible thing like an exported video.
Yeah.
Right? So when you see the first, or when you see that other iteration of the video after some shit has gone haywire, you know, I think you trusting yourself and being a good decision maker and a good leader, Ryan, you say, hey, I'm happy with this.
Okay.
And that just ties back into it. That's why you have to shape yourself into the type of person who trusts themselves. Go back and listen to our episodes about confidence. Go listen to Ed Milet, dude, Andy Frisella, all these guys. Confidence is literally the number one thing that you can have. That's going to help you in all areas of your life and in your decision making. So
I feel like you got to protect that confidence too, because it goes like this if you let it. You know what I'm saying?
what do you mean?
Like, you got to protect that confidence. Like, it's not just you have it and then it's stagnant. Like, I feel like for me at least, like, it goes like in waves, up and down.
Like, you're very confident sometimes.
Yes,
and
and so other times I'm insecure or whatever, and there's like everything in between. But I feel like protecting that confidence at all costs is like the main thing you got to do in your life.
Yeah.
That I've realized, you know?
Yeah. It's hard, man. It's like, especially when you step into a new environment or you're in an environment where you're not really, like, that's not your shit. Like, if I stepped into a studio with like all the dudes like in your realm, like in the R&B realm and like engineers and stuff like that, if I stepped into the studio with them, I would feel a little out of place in terms of I'm a manager. And I don't necessarily, like, these aren't my, this isn't my area, you know? So I may be a little more reserved, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I have to be any less confident.
Yeah.
I think people confuse, like, you know, just because you're acting a little bit more reserved, I think that can show maturity. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you don't have to tell yourself, like, fuck, man, I'm not talking to anybody. It's like, dude, if you're out of your element, like, don't walk up and try to be the shit or whatever, you know? Just
I think I'm more talking about like literally insecure. Because like I think being reserved is one thing. Like, you could be reserved and confident, you know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about like sometimes I'll be in podcasts where I'm feeling very confident when we're doing, and sometimes I feel like insecure, like just talking. And it's like I got to battle that.
Yeah.
Just being real, because this is like a raw podcast. So like I'm not afraid to be filtered or whatever.
You know what it is?
What?
Hey, fuck what anybody thinks, bro. We already know, and then you put the why behind it. But no, I totally get what you're saying. It's like sometimes you know the your confidence level fluctuates and everything. But when that happens to me, I have a 2-step process.
Right.
Number one, in my mind, I go, Jacob, fuck what anybody thinks. Fuck what anybody thinks about you.
I feel it.
Number two, give yourself a why. You said that in one of the podcasts, didn't you?
Yeah.
Well, you told me that personally, like in our conversations, but reiterate it. So let's say you don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about you. What is the next step for that? You have to have a why, right? Because if you just don't care what anyone thinks about you, if it's hollow, then you're not really going to have like a substantial reason to really boost your confidence and not give a fuck. So,
well, I think it's less on what people think and more about like my expectations for myself. Like, because we talk about it all the time, right? Like, if you're not fulfilling your expectations to a certain level, then you're always gonna feel like a little bit. You're gonna have a hard time having that confidence in yourself because you know you could have done more and you could be more, but you're lacking and you're being lazy or whatever it is. So for me, sometimes it's not really like honestly, dude, like I don't have much of a problem with what people think nowadays. I don't know if that's because I've been through some shit and like I just like I've grown that barrier. Now it's more so like myself. Like if I'm honest with myself and I'm like, you know what, I'm not delivering, like kind of like the imposter syndrome thing we always talk about, right? It's like, why am I saying all this shit if I feel like I'm slacking a little bit? Like that sort of thing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
Anyways, back on the track of what we were saying about what was it?
The why.
Being solutions oriented.
Oh, being solutions oriented. Yeah.
We took a detour there.
Took a little detour. Flipped the signal on, took a little detour, went on the dirt road.
Went to the darkness a little bit.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I've had people tell me that, you know, if you're solutions oriented, like what's the point in even having a plan then? Like if you could just find solutions to things, what's the point in even having a plan? I think the point of having a plan is to safeguard against risk and do the most that you can to ensure that the vision that you have in your head is going to be achieved.
Well, the way I see it is like if you don't have a roadmap, how are you going to get anywhere? Like you need some kind of plan in a way. Or else you're just going to always be stuck thinking like, they're going to be stuck in the mud, like, because you're not going to really know where to go. You're going to be like kind of confused and you're going to make all these excuses for yourself of like, oh, like, but I would start, but I'm doing this. I'm in school right now, or I'm doing this, or after the new year, or, you know, after my birthday.
Yeah.
So I feel like just having a roadmap is key in general, but it's never going to be the right roadmap because you don't know. You can't predict the future.
100%.
You know?
So look, a plan is to safeguard against a potential risk, but you still have to be solutions oriented, and that means that I've said the word solution 1,000 times, but you need to be a problem solver. Nobody wants to be on a team, and I've worked on a bunch of different teams in school, out of school. Nobody wants to be on a team with a person who isn't trying to achieve the solution, or, another word for solution is goal. Nobody wants to work on a fucking team with somebody like that. And so if you can't sit there and so it's one thing to be able to identify problems. It's another thing for you to be able to take those problems, place those problems next to the resources that you have and say, okay, how can we put all these together and use these resources against these problems to create a solution? God damn, man. I cannot stand when I just hear people bitching about the situation. It's like if we get a flat tire on the side of the road, it's like, yeah, we have a problem. How the fuck are we going to fix it? Do we have a spare? Do we have a jack? What is the tread like on the spare? How many miles is it going to take to get home? Like when you start doing things like that and you shift your mindset and you become a solutions-oriented person, you're not going to feel so stagnant. Yeah, you're not going to feel so stuck.
There's like two people I feel like in that situation. Like there's the guy who just what you said, like what's the solution, extra tire, etc. Then there's the person that's like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? Oh my god, I'm freaking out. Like we need help. Like we need to figure this out. Oh my god, and you start like losing yourself in your mind. And I feel like, you gotta be able to figure out who you are in that situation.
Yeah, 100%. And you're gonna be the leader in some situation, whether you're babysitting some kids. I worked at a summer camp for 2 years seasonally, being in charge of a cabin full of kids, and it was fucking awesome. But it's like right then and there, it's like there were no parents. I was the solutions oriented leader.
Talk about patience.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And you're no doctor.
Oh yeah, no man, I ain't got a medical degree. Nope. That was clever. I like that. No, but seriously, yeah. And so that's just an example of a situation where I had to be. I was forced to be solutions oriented. I got a bunch of 12-year-old kids riding BMX in front of me. If one of them like gets hurt or some shit happens, whatever, that's on me, And so whether you're in school or not in school, or you have a job or you don't have a job, or you're a stay-at-home daughter or whatever. You seen that TikTok? It's like, I'm a stay-at-home daughter.
I never seen that. No.
Okay, I'll show you after. But
Is it on Triller?
is it on a Zing? What was that app called?
Zin.
Zin. Do you use Zin? Believe it or not, and yeah, this could be scary to you, but to all the people listening, at some point, you're going to be the person in the leadership role. I don't know what the fuck it's going to be, but one day you're going to have to pull that shit out of you and be a leader. So why would you not start today? Why would you not start being a leader today and become solutions-oriented? In every situation you're in, have your chest out high and say, how can I be the person that provides the solution? And that's not in an egotistical way. That's for the greater good of everybody. Imagine if no one in the group, you know what fucking pisses me off, right? You know what being solutions oriented is? Did I just say that correctly? Do you know what being solutions oriented is?
You said it right.
That's a mouthful. Okay, sorry, I'm talking real fast. Being solutions oriented could be you and all of your friends at the mall or something, and you can't decide where to eat. I feel like you've been in a situation like that. Everyone's been in that situation. The friends can't decide what mall they want to go to. The friends can't decide, what to wear, whatever. Be the one fucking person who's got some balls, be a leader, and be solutions oriented and say, yo, let's do this, and that. I've come to realize that when I'm in a situation and I can see there's uncertainty and indecisiveness amongst the people around me, I'll be like, stop. Here's a plan. Can I get a majority yes or no? And when we get that majority yes, I go, all right, we're acting on it. Let's do it.
Now in a relationship, let's get into
in a
this.
relationship, you got to be 20 times. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, real quick to preface this, I haven't been in a relationship. My 24th birthday was on December 17th. I haven't been in a relationship since I was like 18. So like a formal relationship. So yeah,
I feel like
we
got the same mindset with it though.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, I feel like you and I are in a relationship.
Oh, no, I think we got the same mindset about it. You know what I'm saying?
All right, I'll let you go off.
Basically, I think you believe this too, like as the man in the relationship, the woman wants to be led to make like decisions. Like if she's saying like, you know what, I don't know where I want to eat, like what should we do? Like I feel like she wants her man to be like, let's go here. I'm feeling this.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah. I don't think as a whole, all chicks are like that. All women, chicks, girls, whatever, are like that. I think, generally speaking, I would agree. Yeah, most girls that I've talked to, and from what I see, just the way girls act is that they like when a guy can make a decision like that. So for the most part, I would agree with you, but I'm sure there are tons of dudes who can't make a decision for their life, and their girl makes the decision.
Yeah, I mean that's a possibility too.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I'm not gonna put like a hard black and white answer on it. You know what I'm saying? But I would say for the most part, like you're probably right.
Yeah.
Ladies, respond to us. Let us know.
That's what I've heard.
Let us know.
Like women who have been my friends. Like they're like, well, I've always wanted a guy who just like leads and makes the decision. Like if I don't know what I want to do, like I want him to like plan the date and like just have the date ready. So I don't have to think about it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm pretty sure most girls would rather have a guy call them and say, hey, Friday, 6 o'clock, we're doing this. I'll pick you up. We're going to this place. Dress like this. We're going to go to this place. Do that, this, and that. I'm pretty sure like 99% of girls would rather have that guy than the guy who go, hey, I was wondering if you're free this Friday. Is there, are you cool with going to, do I have your consent to drive with you in my passenger seat? Is that okay? You know what I'm saying? So I think the former is... Yeah,
the latter.
Generally speaking. What?
The latter. You sure the latter is...
Wait, what? No.
I always thought that word was funny. That's why I brought that up.
No, the latter would be the guy, hey, is it okay if we go here, right? Because I think the former, yeah. I don't know. We're just talking a bunch of shit. But yeah, so relationships... with a significant other, business relationships, all that type of stuff.
Basically, somebody's got to make a decision about something.
Yeah, 100%. And if you don't feel like you're in that position, all I have to say is listen to some of our other podcast episodes, research on the internet, watch YouTube videos. I watch, you can laugh at this. I watch YouTube videos on how to become a more confident person. I watch YouTube videos. I look at hashtags like self-improvement, confidence building, whatever, and shit like that, because I've just come to realize life is really short, and I'm not going to be that motherfucker who's sitting there letting people make decisions for them or not being able to come to a solution for something. And once again, you can inspire others. Be that person that takes that charge and helps drive the solution. That is going to help you in your marriage. That is going to help you in your relationship with a business partner like me and Ryan. Like, Ryan is the most solutions-oriented motherfucker I know. So here's an example. We were at, what was Reagan's school?
Yorba Linda.
So we were at Yorba Linda Middle School.
Yeah.
We're at Yorba Linda Middle School. It's in the middle of Ryan's school tour earlier this year. And we have this big-ass banner that we had to set up. We already talked about it. Anywho, it wasn't staying up because the wind was so bad.
Yeah.
And I was like, Ryan, this isn't going to happen, dude. I'm not going to have this banner fall on you. We have like $1,000 worth of audio equipment on the table behind the banner. I just don't want some fucked up shit to happen, whatever. And like all these kids are watching you. And Ryan, like, you literally grabbed me and you were like, Jacob, we are going to make this work. And you like handed me the string. You were like, take the string, tie it off. Okay, I'll grab a sandbag and let's make it work. We have 8 minutes until the bell rings and the kids come out, whatever. And I was totally like, fuck, man, fine, whatever. And we ended up making it happen. But if Ryan would have gave in right there and said, okay, you're right, bro, let's not do it, and neither of us were active in trying to find a solution, that show wouldn't have been as cool because it would have been Ryan dancing on a field with me with all the audio equipment behind him. But now we got this big 10 by 10 banner with him on it, social media on it, and it was dope.
It was like the backstage area.
Yeah, no, yeah. And so, that's a real life example that we've had together among, of many, where one of us has been super solutions oriented and we made some fucking cool shit happen, man. So I hope you people listening, are inspired by that and motivated. And being solutions oriented can be something as simple as, you're trying to. I think the basic gist of it is that you are going to make it happen by any means necessary. So if you pull out your vacuum out of the closet and it's broken in some way or whatever, find the duct tape. Okay, duct tape that shit back together, zip tie it back together, and find a way to achieve the goal that you had. That's what being solutions oriented. It's taking this by any means necessary, and you're good at that. Taking this by any means necessary mentality and applying it to what you're doing and forcing yourself to act in a certain way that's going to achieve your goal. Okay, and when I say by any means necessary, I obviously mean in a legal and ethical way. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm gonna get money by any means necessary. You're not gonna go fucking rob people and shit. But yeah, man, that's pretty much what I got for everybody.
I agree, man. I think that's a super important skill for any entrepreneur, anybody in life. I mean, I think making quick decisions and just acting and taking action and going forward, no matter what the obstacle is like the biggest skill you can have. Otherwise, you're like giving up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and here's what I want to say too. As a guy who's worked in the corporate world and has worked like. And I still, quote unquote, technically work. I don't work in a corporate environment, but I work in formal business. You know what I'm saying? As my day job. So people want to hire people that provide solutions. People, you will make money by being solutions oriented. Okay, I've worked internships and jobs and stuff like that, and people, your boss, your coworkers, people above you, below you, next to you, whatever, will respect the fact that you're the guy or the girl or the zim, zare, her, whatever the fuck you are, trying to achieve a goal in the common interest of others. So that's another thing about working with a team is like, you got to look at it and say, okay, sure, I can be solutions oriented, but you're not only doing that for yourself. You should get stoked and say, hey, me being confident and stepping up and saying, yo, I think we should do this. Here's a game plan, whatever. You're not only helping yourself, dude, you're helping every other person in the room. Yeah. So like, why would you not do that? If you have the ability to help others just by simply speaking out and making decisions and trying to push everybody forward, why the fuck would you not do that? 100%. What are you fucking afraid of what people think? You're afraid your coworker is gonna think that, oh, here goes Jacob speaking out again. And I used to be like that. I used to sit in the fucking conference room when I was working at the SRC, and my boss would be like, all right, anybody ideas for maybe how we could solve this? Where I'd be like, oh, I don't know if I should speak out. I don't know if I should say something. That's a fucking pussy ass mentality, dude.
Well, that comes from like insecurity from high school, I think. Because I think everyone has that. Yeah, in class you're scared to raise your hand because
Yeah.
like people think I'm trying too hard and shit.
Well, you know
or
what I have
whatever,
to say to
what I'm
that? Get the fuck over it,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, we're in the
Get
real world now.
Yeah, we're in the real fucking world now, dude. I got over that shit. Ryan got over that shit. We're two average fucking Joes. Ryan's whole thing is that he's the underdog, dude. This guy is an underdog. And he's gonna fucking make it, and we're gonna make it. And you gotta have that confidence, dude. Grow up out of that high school bullshit where you're afraid to raise your hand. If you had some shit happen to you in life that really made you a very timid person or whatever, and you're not solutions oriented, sorry, but that's not my fault. That's not the fault of your coworkers or whatever. It's up to you as a fucking adult who wants to be productive to get out there and make things happen. So fucking do it.
Yep.
Okay, that's all it is. Life is all about taking action. That's what I realized. I've had a fucked up past couple weeks in my life, and I'm here to tell you guys straight up how it is. You're gonna get all these fucking people on social media telling you, that it's okay to act this way, it's okay to act that way and be timid or whatever. Or if you're an introvert, I don't care if you're an introvert. That doesn't mean that you can't be confident and solutions oriented. Introvert, extrovert, whatever the fuck you are, dude. Go out there and make it fucking happen.
Yeah.
Insert Andy Frisella fucking beat
for
at
real.
the end.
That's a perfect outro right there. Damn.
But that's it. That's something that gets me fired up. So I want to surround myself with people who are solutions oriented. I want to surround myself with, with Sticks, with Nate James, with Andy Frisella, with Ryan Ramirez, with the other people on our team that we're blessed to work with. That's the type of people I want to hang out with. That's the type of people that you should hang out with. Whether you're with your friends and no one can decide where to eat, or you're sitting at the Fortune 500 company with the executives and no one knows what the fuck to do, you got to be the guy that's willing to go out there and lead everybody to success and to provide a solution. And that's it.
100%.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was episode 24.
Wow.
Yeah, 24. All right. Hey, hit us up on Instagram at Ryan Ramirez Official. This guy has a lot of music dropping next year, a fuckload of music dropping. I'm pretty stoked.
Next year meaning starting next month.
Yeah, starting in a week, Yeah, and hit me up on Instagram at JACXBMoore, MOORE. This is Inside the RV. Hey, if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, leave us a review. We don't run ads or anything. We just try to get on here and drop a lot of valuable knowledge. Share it with a friend, Please do that for us. We'd really appreciate it. We're growing our listenership. Everybody listening, our insiders, you guys are the shit. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Don't even wait. What you're going to wait? Oh, I'll do it next year. If you're listening right now, whatever you want to do, go fucking home and do it right now. Yep. What, you're gonna wait till next year? That's 9 days from now. Fuck that, dude. Don't wait till next year. Do it now.
Because January 3rd is gonna come around and be like, you know what? After Valentine's Day. And then after St. Patrick's Day.
And then after Leif Erikson Day.
After leap year. Oh wait, not this year.
Yeah. For real. But hey, insiders, we love you guys. Thank you for everything.
Shout out the insiders, man.
Shout them out,
Let's
baby.
go.
Episode
What's
24.
in your
Peace
mind
out.
for you and for I'm trying to decide when I look in your eyes, yeah. I mean besides, but your feelings inside you. I'm blessing on my mind.